Hello, I'm Sophie Welcome or welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another writing vlog-ish, kind of. It's a writing vlog, but I'm here doing a recap, so like a half writing vlog. This time, we are talking about the weekend write-a-thon that went on over the winter writers retreat that I put on. By the time you're seeing this, the retreat is over, so just missed it if this is your first time here. Sorry. Near the end of 2024, we did a little weekend write-a-thon where the goal was to write 10,000 words in the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, 10,000 words. Yeah, I was very excited for this. It was winter break. I was home for winter break. I had nothing better to do. So I was like, we're gonna crush. We're gonna crush this. It's gonna be great. So, let's just get started. Let's just jump into it. This took place over December 28th and December 29th. Yes, I know I'm very late to posting this video. Don't hit me up. But starting with December 28th, this was a stream day. It was Saturday, and I was like, it is a write-a-thon. I can't just not stream. So I ended up streaming at my parents' house, which I have not done since I moved in July. And it was a little weird, especially because I didn't have any of like the equipment I usually have. Equipment, an extra monitor, a mouse, the right charger, like it's not high-tech equipment, but it was weird not having any of that, and the stream orientation was weird, but it was a very productive stream. I think by the end of it, I ended up with like almost 2,000 words, which is wonderful for me because usually during the streams, I average around 1,000 words. So doubling that in the same amount of time, cannot complain. And then pretty much directly after that, I still continued to write. I just, the stream had reached like 3 hours. So I was like, okay, we're done. But there were still 3,000 more words to write for the day. So immediately after, I switched on what is my favorite, I guess, inspiration or background noise for when I write, which is the Frozen 2 docuseries on Disney+. I don't know why this series has such a chokehold on me, why I always put it on and why it's the first thing I always go to, but it works, okay? It's just nice background noise. I've watched it so many times, I don't even have to listen to it anymore, like fully engage with it. So I put that on and continue to write. We got back to it. And for the rest of that night, I wrote pretty steadily. There was no crazy amount of words or anything, but it was a nice steady flow. We were still working, and I did pause momentarily to admire the pink sunset outside because where my parents live get the best sunsets ever. They're so beautiful. So I had to stop and look around while that was happening because I don't get to see that much anymore. Ended that day with 4.4 thousand words. Not 5K, very close to 5K. I would have loved to hit the 5K because that's halfway between, what we're supposed to do. And that would mean Sunday I wouldn't have to catch up for anything. But we ended with 4.4. It is what it is. We still have another day to go. But unfortunately, December 29th wasn't great. For most of the day, I really didn't end up doing anything, but that is because I was hanging out with family. Sunday, usually everyone is home. No one's really doing much. So we all end up hanging out together, which is nice. I'm not complaining about that. But it did get in the way of seriously locking in and getting good words. But that night, as a last resort, I did try redoing that sprint challenge thing I came up with, but that I did in a video recently. I decided to just do that again, see what words I can get from that, because it is very efficient, especially like when you don't know what to write. It really just forces the words out of you and gets the ball rolling, and that went decently well. as much as I did in that video, but I did a 5, a 10, a 15, and a 20-minute sprint, all 4, and in total I got 1,450 words. So definitely more than I had written the entire rest of the day, and I did it in like, what, 50 minutes? I did it in an hour, so can't really complain about that, but that is pretty much all I got for the 29th, and I ended up celebrating and treating myself for even getting any words on Sunday by making some pancakes, because I was craving them. I don't know. And that is how the day ended. I don't think I need to tell you that this is not 10,000 words, but I will. That was not 10,000 words in the weekend, which, little side tangent here, I guess. Of my projects right now, I feel like Project Glass has a very distinct voice from what I like default write to. Like Project What, I feel like is closer to my default writing style. What I use when I need to put something down. It's closer to that. Obviously it's more refined because we're on draft 3, 4 now, but it is very close to what I usually write. It's not that hard to come up with even in that more refined state. Project Glass, on the other hand, has a bit more of a different voice from what I usually write. It's definitely more stylized from my norm, and I love that about the book. I love the voice that this book has when I'm able to nail it and when I'm able to find it and use it. But lately, as in when this was happening, not right now, a month later, I was having quite a difficult time trying to nail that voice in the story, and it was starting to sound just a little generic and sort of like I'm drafting a story that I'm still trying to discover a lot about, which, to be fair, I am discovering things about the book, but they are not major things about the book. I should still be able to maintain voice because this is not a discovery draft. So I have been struggling a little bit with that, and that has definitely made the pace of the writing slower. Definitely has made me like step back from the book and see how to approach a scene a different way in order for it to make more sense tonally in the book. Maybe this is too like technical, and maybe this is like boring to some people. And it's like, why do you need to be so particular about this kind of stuff? Especially when this is not going to be a published draft. And it's like, let me live, first of all. Second of all, I want this to be publishable relatively soon. And I'm also trying to look out for future me. Because I know future me is lazy. Because present me is lazy. But I'm trying, I'm trying to step back when I know that the words are generic and that I can do better in a scene. And go back and rewrite it and try again. And stop and brainstorm and really think things through. And that's taking a while. That is taking a lot longer than like a fast draft. Like when I drafted my sci-fi trilogy Project Star in 5 months, 4 months. That has no style yet. It's growing a style, of course, but it's so very generic because that is 3 zero drafts that, well, the first book existed before, but the other 2 completely new, completely foreign. They're very generic sounding. I can say that, I can admit that. But something like Project Glass is not. It's not something completely new. This is the 3rd time I'm writing this book, and I really want it to sound like that. I want it to sound like, yeah, this is the 3rd time I'm writing this book. It's gonna act like it. And yeah, that just really means being aware of when the words suck and hopefully, maybe, improving them. Making them better, but it is taking a long time. And clearly I was struggling here because I barely broke the ice on like 5,000 words in the weekend write-a-thon, where the goal was 10,000 words. I don't want to talk about it, but bonus day. This brings us to Monday, the 30th, because I wanted to give myself a redemption day. I wanted to give myself one more day and see if I can hit the 10K. Not the weekend, Still a write-a-thon, kind of, and 10K was still on the board. It could still happen. Monday was going to be my redemption day. I should also mention that at this point, I was developing a cold. So I do sound really like congested and yucky. I apologize. I apologize for that. As you will see in like 6 minutes, 4 minutes, I don't even know. That comes to stab me in the back a little bit by the end of this. Yeah, I ended up developing a cold around this time. So that was just awesome. That was great. That was the universe really knocking this goal right out of my hands. Thanks, guys. Okay, hello guys. Long time since I've filmed in my car, because I'm usually not even in my car anymore. But I am home for the holidays, so I am in my car. And we are thick in the writing retreat. Is that a saying? I'm not sure. And I have just not been able to film much because, one, I finished finals at the beginning of the month, and two, holidays. we had to get through those first before I could really lock in. But now we are finally here. It was actually the weekend write-a-thon. The last 2 days. It is Monday now. Today, I'm hoping to redeem myself and finally hit the 10K for the weekend, plus 1 day because I suck. You might also hear that I'm a little sick as well. That don't hit me up. I was waiting for it to hit. I was like, I'm either gonna be sick during finals, during Christmas, or during my birthday. And the most ideal one, I think, would have been for Christmas, because I have to stay home anyways. And that didn't happen. Flew right past me, and now I'm going to be sick, probably for my birthday, which is gonna be awesome. But it's not terrible. I don't sound too stuffy and gross. I'm also hoping that once I get some caffeine in my system and also the medicine starts kicking in, my brain will start working, because my brain was not working this morning. Anyways, long rant over. We're gonna go to one of my favorite little spots in my hometown because I haven't been able to go to them in months, and I'm very excited. And hopefully while I'm there, I can hit the last 3,500 words. That sounds like a lot. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can at the coffee shop, and then we'll do the rest at home if necessary. Let's go! Okay, I know this is a weird angle, but I think this is the only place I can put my phone, my camera, not my phone, while driving, in order for it to not fall. We'll see. It might fall and compromise my safety, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. Not a good thing to say, but it's fine. Okay, so, oh my god, dude, this is definitely gonna fall. Yep, there it goes. Okay, I guess I'll just update later. Bye.
Okay, hello. It's like 10 p.m. now, and I did not write anything else today from when I talked to you guys last. I ended up working, like, for my job, and during that time, my cold seemed to intensify, and worsen, and that wasn't great, and I just wanted to lay down on the couch all day. So that's kind of what I did. I just ended up sitting and scrolling through TikTok and not writing. And I don't think that's going to happen today anymore because I just took nighttime cold medicine and I'm about to be cooked. So that is my update for today. Let's see, I wrote 2,000 words. I had 4,000 pretty much that I needed to get in order to hit the 10K because I had like 6.4-ish thousand words from the weekend. So, and I wanted to finish the 10K weekend today. But I've ended up at around 8.5 thousand words, I think. my brain is not functioning very good. And that was honestly very good. That was a lot better than I thought I would do because, like I said earlier, my brain was not on 100%, and all cylinders were not firing, but I think they all came together to write those 2,000 words, and they didn't end up too bad. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep, and hopefully this cold doesn't get worse. Wish me luck.
So yeah, the cold one, SMH, it beat me. It beat me. Makes sense, especially when the cold gives you brain fog and you kind of need your brain to write. I'm pretty sure. Inconclusive on that, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you need your head and your brain and thoughts to write. Let me know if you disagree. That is the end of the write-a-thon. A little anticlimactic, I'm aware, and I apologize. Hopefully in future retreats I'll be able to redeem myself with a different write-a-thon. But this one did not work out. One, because of the voice that I was trying to build in the book and not being able to find it, and two, because my body was fighting a virus in my immune system. It was really cool. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Now that the retreat is over, how did you guys do? If you participated, I hope you did well. I am still working on my goals. As of filming this, right at the end of the retreat, I don't think I'm going to hit any of them, but that's okay. But I'm coming to terms with that. Hopefully you're doing better. Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.